Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. You know, the grounds of our hermitage are coming along pretty well, so I think I might take a break from all the back-breaking labor that it takes that creates the sort of garden one might savor. I want to dig straight down. Grian has a brand new minigame on the server called Dig Straight Down. Everybody is super pumped about it, but you know what? I've been thinking a lot about it after watching Grian's episode, and I think that part of what makes Dig Straight Down so exciting is the fact that he has massively skewed the amount of fun you can have digging straight down on the server. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half of my supplies in my inventory here. I'm not wearing any armor or anything like that, in this chest for safekeeping. Look at this book and quill. This is my scientific analysis of Dig Straight Down. See, DSD, as he says. I don't have any notes yet, but I can add them thanks to the changes they made in 1.14. But anyway, my hypothesis. Introducing increased loot opportunities enhances the joy generated in risk-reward trade-off scenarios. So how are we going to experience a risk-reward trade-off scenario? I'll make it real simple. We're going to dig straight down. Whoops, I should probably have put that in the slot that I usually use for that. We are going to see how much joy is generated by digging straight down in a scenario where there is no chance of there being some sort of spectacular additional loot. Now, I might still stumble upon diamonds. Like, hey, you know what? I found some iron. That was kind of nice. A little bit of iron here and there. You know, 2 iron, that's already covering the pickaxe. Now, it's also possible that without the fear of the lava... See, the lava in Dig Straight Down, the game by Grian, is a certainty. If you keep digging too long, you know you're going to hit lava. No. See, I didn't know if I was going to hit lava or not, and then I didn't. So, let's see. We got 2 iron ore out of it, and we got... Yeah, so, I don't know. That was kind of fun, and it was kind of stressful. Like, I can't tell if it's more or less stressful, because I don't know for sure if there's lava. Also, the other thing is, I know in Grian's game that you can't accidentally fall into some sort of tunnel full of monsters, but when I was going down that, hole here, I kept hearing monster noises, which was subtly terrifying, because, who knows, there could have been an insane, monster tunnel thing somewhere. So, we're just going to pick another random spot here, because for science to be good, you need to repeat the experiment a few times with kind of each configuration. Now, I'm going to, for the sake of this recording, probably only attempt this twice in each configuration. For one thing, I don't want to rip up my entire yard and replace it all with dirt. Whoa. Okay, so remember I was talking earlier about how the risk-reward here is slightly different? We got it. Yeah, okay. Well... Okay, that was interesting. I'm a little bit joyful about that. So interesting. Okay, I don't know. That was weird. I don't know how to describe it, which means I'm doing a poor job of taking notes. I should have gotten one of those Fitbit things with the heart monitors. I don't have one. But we're going to make some quick notes on attempt 1, boring. Attempt 2, elevated heart rate due to monstrous uncertainty, followed by explosive shock. Oh, dang it, we filled the page. Can I copy and paste this now? Oh my gosh, they made books so much better. That was... I mean, that worked. It worked. And now I know there's a tunnel down there or something. So, we've got 2 random plots we dug holes in. One of them wasn't great. One of them was too great, too terrifying. We've got some baseline readings though. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this book, and we're going to go to the real Dig Straight Down game, back in the Hermiton new minigame area that Green's been working on, and give it a try. I'm going to probably have to grab an elytra and some fireworks to get there, because it's a bit of a walk. So, time skip. As you can clearly see by these structures that scrape the sky, we have approached the DSD, and you can probably tell why I've got 5 diamonds in my hand. It's because this payment chest is where they're going to land. And I'm on a quest to understand what makes DSD so much more fun than digging straight down in general. We're going to put our book and quill in here for safekeeping. Take a Fortune 3 pickaxe. Actually, we should probably take the one that's already broken if we might die in the lava anyway. So just go ahead and grab that dirt to leave. Now we can pick any andesite square that is yet to be chosen. So I think we should let it go, like in Frozen. Let's dig straight down! The fact that we get to yell the name of the game as we do it already makes this more fun than digging in my garden. So that's a step up. We have found literally nothing that isn't stone. Hey, except for this diamonds. 2 diamonds already. 3 diamonds. That's pretty good. Now there's a chance that... Oh, hey, coal. That's always nice. We can use that to light a path toward a brighter future. Or a really, really bright future. We're getting a lot of coal blocks here. 6, 7... I don't even know how much this coal is worth in diamonds, but if we store it for a long time underneath the earth, we might eventually get diamonds. I'm kind of thinking I should stop pushing my luck once we hit our... next diamond block! Too late! Diamonds be free! Oh, no. Did I still have my elytra on? What was all that gear that fell? Was that my gear? Did I leave my backpack on? No, it's all in here. Okay, so I guess that was just the stuff that I had in my hand. Oh, man, the enchanted pickaxe flying in front of me. The enchanted pickaxe, like, I thought that must be my elytra. I thought that must be my elytra. But it wasn't. Okay, so, we're gonna go to attempt 3 at actual DSD. Crispy. We did die. We were singed a little bit. The real fear was thinking I had carried my true gear. Somehow, like, I knew when I was playing in my backyard or front yard or whatever, I was like, well, I know I did this right. But with this part, I was like, well, I'm so excited about playing Grian's game, maybe my armor I didn't take off in time. So it's a huge, huge consolation that my stuff is still here. So I'm going to make a suggestion to Grian. Grian, this item locker, here's what you should do, is make this item locker 1 barrel high, then put a hopper underneath, and then hide the people's items. So when they come back, they're like, oh no, my stuff all burned up. Actually, that might be too mean. I don't know. Might be too mean. But you know what? We've got another 5 diamonds. I think we are going to go one more time. Now the thing is, that means we need to make 10 diamonds to come out ahead at this point, which might not even be possible to make back in this game. It might not be possible. I don't know. So, okay. Here we go. We know we're at Y is about 64, right? Yeah, because that's the sea level there. Oh, yeah. So I was going to say, do we cover up, or do we leave that open so Grian can see? I guess we leave it open. Let's pick one of the opposite ones, because that was a little bit, terrible, terrifying. So let's dig straight down. Oh, I forgot to make a note that I should yell dig straight down. Hey, we got some lapis. Oh, 16 lapis. That's already pretty good. 24 lapis, not bad. We're getting some redstone here. We're getting plenty of things that seem to have a real genuine value, but we haven't seen any diamonds yet. Okay. I'm starting to think... Oh, no! No, that one was impossible to... Oh, no. Okay. So green is a little bit mean, which adds an edge to the game you wouldn't get if you were just messing with natural terrain. Like the fact that I could go and hit that diamond directly above the lava there is just... I should have just walked away because I had so much lapis. But you know what? I was telling myself, no, I'm here for the diamonds. And this is the sort of dig straight down content that people come here for, though. They want to see you burning at the bottom. Our observation of attempt 4 of dig straight down actual is going to be fun to yell dig straight down. That's that much is true. But the real fear this time, I'm noticing that the green ones have like real fears and real fears. The other ones were just like kind of scary, but like, because digging straight down is always scary. Green sabotaged the only diamonds. So yeah, with this there's a psychological element. You know, I'm realizing as I'm working on all this research, maybe what I want to do is take the core concept of dig straight down and see if I can incorporate it somehow into some sort of other mini-game experience. Like, in theory, this whole park area here is supposed to be a mini-game playground. So, what would a game that complements all of these fears and all of these anxieties created by Dig Straight Down even look like? I don't know yet. But you know what? I've got the notes to start working on it. All the notes. So, you know what? Yes, I might have paid Grian $10. Or 10 diamonds? Is that what we call dollars on this server? 10 American diamonds in order to experience firsthand the majesty and terror of Dig Straight Down. But maybe I've learned something from it. Let's go figure out what. Time skip. You know, it looks like it's not too busy at the Cherry Computer Store today, and that's perfect because I'm gathering the things I think I'm going to need for our minigame construction. I figured out that I want to do something with a lectern and written books and quills, if you wills, to create some sort of push-your-luck type of element. But we're also going to need observers and comparators and things like that. Now, comparators here are apparently 2 diamonds for 32. So we'll go ahead and drop some of that. Observers are 32 for a diamond. Hey, I'll take some of those. Now, we're also possibly going to need dispensers and droppers. Dispensers are good for dispensing lava. So I think, we're going to need some of that, obviously. Solar panels, I can't imagine us needing levers. We can probably make ourselves. Now, repeaters are always helpful in Minecraft because, it seems like redstone builds can just really get out of hand. They can just get huge if you're not careful. So, there we go. We have fully kitted ourselves out to begin work. You might be like, Joe, why don't you grab some redstone blocks? 32 blocks for 1 diamond. Well, you know what? I got a lot of redstone blocks. We need to go wander around to all of my different mine shafts and grab them because I've got them stored in chests and stashed in chests and placed in chests. They're just in chests that for all sorts of different reasons. So we're going to head to a portal and figure out where I left all that. Time skip. As we enter the mining mesa here, I was thinking about how distinctive this stripe is. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, we could make the server a little bit better for everybody by collecting some of this terracotta and then applying this distinctive striped pattern to the walls of the westward Hermitcraft Nether Hub tunnel. Because right now it's really hard to tell that the portal that leads to the mining mesa is specifically the portal for the mining mesa, right? So here's what I'm thinking. Let's go back through this portal with these blocks, and then we're going to apply this same stripe here, red, 2 yellows, and a brown, above the portal. And I think that should give everybody a sense of, like, what we are trying to accomplish with this. Because, see, right now, these 2 signs are kind of small, right? So, I might need another layer. Let's try this. Oh, no, that monsters might get us. Now, you'll see, in order to avoid forgetting the order, I actually put red, then yellow, then brown right there. That's a little Joe Hills trick. That's free. You guys get this for free on the internet. Reality, though, it's actually more helpful to have everything on my hotbar. And now I can use that to remember. But yeah, this is going to be very visually distinct. You're going to be able to see that as you fly down this corridor, because we're going to go a ways out with it, right? I'm very wary of getting attacked by ghasts while we pursue this process, though. So we're going to just quickly and with great speed, the greatest. Oh, yeah, see that? That was a ghast. Undesirable visual acquisition by a ghast can lead to rapid fireball deployment toward my direction. And I don't know if you noticed, but my direction's near a bunch of expensive stuff. I don't even know where to buy this ice. These iron trapdoors, if I break those, yeah, I bought them. But that's going to be a whole thing. So we're going to take this. These gold blocks are literally worth an entire gold block each. Better not to have those destroyed by a ghast. Okay. So now, when somebody's flying down this tunnel here, they're going to see that. And what we're going to do is we're going to want to make it clear that it's on this side. We're going to repeat our pattern here. Yellow, yellow, red. And we're only going to just knock out this one panel. We're not going to go nuts with this. We're not trying to, like, massively change the entire server. Make our mark artistically. We're just trying to make a better signpost. Because this sign that says Mine and Mesa, it says Mine and Mesa, but it's hard to see. This is going to sell Mine and Mesa. And I'm almost thinking we should do the opposite wall as well. So let's take another flat this way. Whoa, look at that. Hey, that's really obvious now where the Mine and Mesa is. Boom. That's a small tweak. It's just, we used 3 colors of blocks. We used 3 colors of one block on 2 walls. But now we have a really clear visual definition for where that space is. Also, I've recovered a bunch of redstone, so we can use that in our minigame building project. Let's head on back. Time skip. We have returned here to the modern district, where this ziggurat that serves as the Ministry of Truth, both above and below the waves, will, I believe, serve us as a way to test the truth of the logic of any redstone that we might need for our upcoming minigame. I've realized there's no way we're going to have time to complete that minigame this episode, but what I do hope to do is to at least establish a space or a place in which we can test the redstone with grace and skill. So what I'm thinking is, this whole unfinished segment here could be a redstone lab, but it's not really going to work unless we have room to work. So I figure what I'm going to establish is a series of platforms here, right? See, look at this. Boom. We are getting a platform going. Now, you might say, Joe, why don't you just put the platform as high up as possible? Well, the problem with that is that then it will be difficult to avoid, like with redstone, you have to hide a lot of the actual mechanisms. So I'm going to build a platform for like where the players would be. That'll represent in the minigame where the players will flip through the lecterns and where the things will dispense rewards and things like that. But then all the actual redstone for the mechanisms will have to reside below. And so it's really easy for me to just run down this hill here real quick and construct a second mechanism platform. Actually, we don't want it that high. Let's go ahead and mine out some of this here. Oh, look, we found some iron, too. You know, there's no limit to what you can discover when you seek out scientific excellence and engineering excellence. You know, why not both? Why not both? So we're going to make time for both today. See, there's our primary platform that the work will occur at. And then we'll just set up a secondary platform about here where we can have our redstone repeaters and redstone logic circuits and anything like that that we're going to need, just kind of conveniently out of the way. This multi-level kind of setup for a redstone lab has served me well in the past. Now, I've tried using glass for the primary floor, but the fact that you can't put redstone wire directly on glass, you end up wasting a lot of time removing glass and replacing it with stone to be able to place the redstone wire. So even though it's kind of cooler visually, we're going to go ahead and just establish this platform kind of with stone. It's going to be how we do it. Now, we're also going to do this right next to this wall that water could pour out of at any time. You might say, Joe, that seems like a mistake. Yeah, I didn't think that part through, but you know what? It's not my job to think every part through because we're experimenting and iterating. I can figure out one thing at a time and then figure out the next thing. So, that's what we're going to do. We are going to get, by the end of this episode, a quick and dirty setup for the core concept of the game in this redstone lab that I need to take a few seconds to build. Or minutes, or hours. It'll be hours. You're going to come back here, there'll be 85,000 platforms and a Jetson City that's like floating on a pole. Probably not going to build an actual Jetson City, because those are very time-consuming. But you know what else consumes time? Time skips! I've established an array of redstone dusts, redstone repeaters, redstone lamps, and hooked them all through this comparator here, pointed at this bookshelf. Now, if we take that book, you'll see all these lights go off, right? So we could create a game where somebody puts a book down, and it would immediately, through this observer, trigger one pulse, all right? So you saw how, take book, boom, we get a pulse when we put the book down, when we pick it up. Now, we can also keep track of how far into the book the person reads, right? So we could give people the option of choosing a book on easy, medium, or hard mode. And the way it works is, as you go through the book, actually, let me move back further so people can see that other light. You see how these redstone repeaters and lamps light up on the left side here? Well, that's actually at a 15-page book. Every single time you turn a page, one of those redstone lamps is going to go on. Now, here's the fun part. If you do a book that's 100 pages, then it'll actually work percentage-wise. So we could have these triggers be every few pages for the progress meter, but every page turned would still trigger the repeaters flashing that right pulse. So that means that we could do things like have rewards or have other counters fill up as the book turns. You could also rig it so that if people turn backwards in the book, because this thing is going to register backwards page flips the same way it registers forward page flips, you could just do a lot with it. And so I've got to figure out exactly the sort of psychological horror that I want to put into these pages and how exactly I want to set up the rewards. I've got some ideas with some dispensers with lava. I've got ideas with trap doors that drop you places. But it's gonna take some time to sort all that out. A good mini game can't necessarily be imagined in one day. But we have made a ton of progress. We know where we want to build it. That's in Grian's new Hermitland minigames district. We know what we want to build, a Press Your Luck game, because clearly there's demand on the server for Press Your Luck games. Also, we have found a way to convince hermits to read, although really they're probably just going to flip backwards and forwards in the book. We'll have to see. But, yeah, I'm going to keep working on exactly how this should go, and we will get that to you shortly. So, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.